Hey, what's going on guys, and welcome back to another episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode. This is episode number 6. And we start today's episode off with an international management offer here from Portugal, but of course we just stole it and will most likely let it expire. I did discuss this in a previous episode. I'm not really too keen on international management in this series unless there's a nation that I'm really interested in. So because of that, even though Portugal just got through to the Euro 2016 final after their victory over Wales last night, I'm probably not going to take it because, again, I don't know why the international management is a cool little side story in most of the series I do, but sometimes they can just be more trouble than they're worth. So unless I really want to take a nation, I'm probably not going to bother in this series. But still, for the first game of today's episode here, we take on Eibar away from home, coming on the back of our terrible 4-1 defeat to Barcelona in the last game, in the last episode. Right now on a 4-game streak without a win, and coming into this game, not much was really happening in the first half. 41 minutes in, Eibar had a brilliant chance to take the lead, but spurned the opportunity with that header going wide at the post. Then a few minutes later, and just before half time, Manusho found Aitura with a great first touch. He rolled it through towards Perez, who was one-on-one with the goalkeeper and simply couldn't miss. Ayuso Perez took his chance as he finessed the ball into the back of the net and kicked the corner flag in celebration. So Manusho into Aitura, he gave it to Perez with a nice little through ball, and Perez simply couldn't miss. So the former Newcastle and Tenerife striker gets his third goal in La Liga already. He's looking pretty decent, and as he scores the goal there on the stroke of half time, we do have the lead going into the break. So half time, as you can see, we dominated possession. We still only led by a single goal though. Then the second half, in the 66th minute, a great chance for Eibar to respond and get themselves back on level terms. Gonzalez found Escalante, but what a great save this was by Kepa, coming out to meet him and making a smart stop on the 1-on-1. So still 1-0. But a few minutes later, though, another good chance for Eibar. Danny Garcia goes down the left-hand side, takes it around his man, crosses to the far post, and Gonzalez beats Razvan Rat in the air and heads it past Kepa, and just put Eibar back on level terms. So we were desperate to stop the streak without a win and try and return to winning ways in this game. We were doing okay. A big save by Kepa though, and the pressure was building on us. It was a great cross to the far post, and as you can see, Razvan Rat in the air just couldn't leap high enough, was beaten, and it was a really solid header past Kepa and into the back of the net. So 1-1, and Eibar are back on level terms. But the final chance fell to us though in stoppage time as Dorado sprinted down the right hand side and whipped it across to the centre. Llorente tried to win it in the air, but Pantic turned it behind for a corner, so we kept the pressure on the home side, looking for one final chance to win us the game. And from the corner, Eibar drilled it into the centre. It came towards Razvan Rat on the edge of the area. He found Llorente, who went for goal, and his shot clipped off Dos Santos and went into the back of the net. And Diego Llorente wins us the game in injury time. So Eibar 1, Rayo Vallecano 2, and it's the man on loan from Real Madrid that gets the goal and wins us the game. So he started this game. I rested quite a few players for it. I didn't think he'd win us the game in stoppage time, but he did, as we poked the ball inside of our left back, and his shot I think was probably going in anyway, to be fair, but it does take a little nick off the defender and go in to the top corner. So it was probably going in regardless, but we'll take the stroke of luck to ensure it goes in, as Diego Llorente scores his first goal on loan from Real Madrid, and maybe, just maybe, we'll keep this guy here past his loan spell and look to buy him back next year. So final score, Eibar 1, Rayo Vallecano 2. We do return to winning ways, and it's an unlikely hero, Diego Llorente, who wins us the game. So I felt we did deserve to win the game. I thought we played pretty well in this one, 58% possession as well. Did play pretty well. I know Kepa made a really good save as well to keep the score at 1-0 in the second half, but the moment of the match was definitely the winning goal. It was not a set piece routine, I should say. It looked like it on the replay, but it was not a set piece routine. I completely messed up the corner, but fortunately Rat bailed us out with a big through ball, and of course Llorente got on the end of it, and his shot took a deflection and diverted into the back of the net. So final score 2-1. We do return to winning ways, and for Llorente as well, I haven't really been playing him that much at the start of the season, but I think he might keep his place in the first 11 in our usual first 11 for league games, because he's actually a pretty decent centre-back. He's only 73 overall, but I think he will have some pretty decent potential because he's still quite young, and he might be a player not just going to turn into a well beater in the future, but someone who could definitely be at least a good squad player here for Rayo Vallecano. And if we do want to buy him back from Real Madrid, hopefully they won't hold us to ransom, because what I've seen from him in the first couple of games I have played with him, that one was his second start since we've joined Rayo Vallecano, he has looked pretty decent for us, and this is a side who in the last game before that one leaked 4 goals against Barcelona, so maybe he should start in more of our games and he would start in this game as well against Espanyol for the second one in today's episode. So returning home for this game, then taking on Espanyol, and what a start to the game we would have as well, because just 14 minutes in, after some nice passing, we played the ball through towards Ayoza Perez, who was tripped in the area. No complaints from the number 22 as he takes down our number 17, and as you can see, it's a definite penalty. So penalty to Rayo Vallecano, our second in 3 games as well. We got one against Barcelona, and of course we converted it as well through Osbilis, but Perez won this one and he wanted to take it as well, so he would stand up and take it. Number 17 against number 21, our former goalkeeper Tono, and he outfoxes our former keeper as he puts it into the top corner. So Perez with another goal. That's now 4 already for this season. I must say, for £4 million, I'm really liking the look of this guy. Of course, last year had him with Racing Santander. He was sublime. Looks as though he's the same in FIFA 16 as well. Very, very good, agile, nifty on his feet, and also a really good finisher of the ball. He's proving all those characteristics already. A good strike from the penalty, finds the top corner, and does give us the early lead in this game. So Perez with the goal. We're 2 from 2 from the spot to start the season off as well. And Jose Perez is already 4 goals up. Here he is up. He's 4 goals up. He's scored 4 goals already at his new club. So 1-0 to Rayo Vallecano. And a great chance to get 2-0 as well in the 34th minute. Once again, Perez showing he's nimble on his feet. Nice dribbling and a great through ball towards Baena, who went through to strike it and found the back of the net as well to make it 2-0 to the home side as we take an early 2-goal cushion. So a brilliant assist there from Jose Perez, who joins in the celebrations after Baena runs to the substitutes as we double our advantage and get ourselves a 2-goal cushion. And once again, it was Perez causing the danger here, running at defenders. They didn't want to take him down. They stayed on their feet, but that was the problem. They allowed him to keep on going, play an inch perfect, perfectly weighted through ball towards Baena, who struck it first time and found the back of the net for his first goal of the season. So 2-0 to Rayo Vallecano, and as you can see in the first half, we'd once again dominated possession. But in the second half, 11 minutes after the restart, Espanyol had a great chance to get themselves back in the game. So nice football, saw Diop give it towards Sanchez. He found his man inside, who went for goal, but Canas couldn't hit the target and put his shot way wide the post. But in the 81st minute, as we were still leading by 2-0, it was looking like the game was done and we would have back-to-back wins. But fortunately for us, Kepa made an incredible save to make sure we would preserve our clean sheet and stop any chance of Espanyol getting back into the game with an incredible save. I was trying to pass out from the back, playing neat and tidy, but I gave the ball away stupidly. Did not see the Espanyol man lurking, but what a save by Kepa, and that was my moment of the match as well. I want to show you it straight away. Look at this for a save from Kepa on the 1-on-1. So brave, comes out really quickly to meet him, and I think the ball actually hits him in the face. So hashtag bravery from our number 30 as the shot gets diverted behind for a corner. So I must say, with this Rayo Vallecano side, I'm really liking the new signings, and in particular Kepa, who has been very competent in our goal. I know he let in 4 against Barcelona, and yes, I know he was at fault for the Llorente goal against Sevilla, but in every other game he's been, he hasn't made a mistake. We're training him right now as well. He's up to a 76 overall. He's looking really good, and as a young goalkeeper as well, sometimes they don't grow, which can be a concern, but I'm not too worried about it if we do continue to train him, because he's looking really secure between the posts. I love the GK long throw threat as well to start up counter attacks, and that's really useful for someone like me who likes to get the ball forward as quickly as possible. So Kepa's looking really good. So is Perez. Ivan Lopez as well has done quite well too, and Jorge Mera not as good, but still a long way to go, and he's still such a young player. But still, for our third game of today's episode here, as we look to make it 3 wins from 3 for the first time in this series, we will take on Villarreal in our Copa del Rey round of 32 first leg tie here at home. Now, of course, in the Copa del Rey, we're not going to be too fussed about it. We've already reached around the 32 stage. That's the stage we enter, and that's the stage which the board required us to meet, so we've already done that. So I'm not too fussed. I did decide to rest 11 players for this game, but we will concede this goal though against Villarreal, which really did frustrate me. Dorado, the former Villarreal defender, who's came into Rayo Vallecano for this season, for this season, well, I thought he was going to get an own goal for this, because Yol came out for a cross, then decided to go back on his goal line. The header by Adrian just hit him and deflected past Yol and went into the back of the net. So a real stroke of misfortune there as Villarreal take the lead, and we do fall behind. So 1-0 to the away side. They had a good chance to double their lead here as well through Adrian looking for his second goal of the game. This shot hit the bar though, and we managed to get the danger clear. But in the first half, Villarreal were the better side in the first half, looking far stronger. And on the stroke of half time as well, Leo Baptistao won a penalty as Amaya took him down from behind, and they had a good chance to double their lead and make it 2-0 just before the break. So no complaints about this penalty as he clips him from behind. It is a definite spot kick. I lunged in there stupidly, and that was a silly error from me. So a good chance for the away side to double double their lead. Bruno would stand up and take it against Yol, who'd already been beaten once in this game. But Yol decides to do a bit of Bruce Grobbelaar here with the wobbly spaghetti leg. See if he can put off the number 21, and he did as well. He guessed correctly, dived to his left-hand side, made the save, and although he failed to deal with the danger, Leo Baptista won the ball back, crossed the way to the centre. Yol made another great save, and we got the danger clear finally. So Yol with a really, really good save there from the spot kick, and then again, after the cross was played into the centre from the save, as he stopped the header from going into the back of the net. So it was still 1-0 to Villarreal, and we were still in this game thanks to our goalkeeper pulling off the heroics from the spot kick. And in the second half as well, we had a couple of chances here to try and get ourselves back on level terms. The first shot was really well saved by Alphonse Areola, and then another great chance here in the 69th minute. Eibar was played through, but his shot cannoned off the crossbar and eventually went behind. So final score was 1-0 to Villarreal. They do get the win, but it could have been an awful lot worse in that game had it not been for a really good save by Yol, and we almost responded and got ourselves back on level terms in the second half. But they do take the advantage though going into the second leg. That won't be until December, so we've got a long way to wait until that game is played, but I'm not too worried about it. There were a lot of positives in that game, and when you're resting 11 players, playing a backup side against a really strong side, that's not a bad result. You know, of course it's a loss, and that sounds stupid to say, but there were a lot of positives to take from that game. There really were. And of course, my moment of the match was the unfortunate own goal, which gave Villarreal the win. As you can see, it just deflected off Dorado, and I think it may have been going wide with Adrian's header, but unfortunately, the number 5 could not get out of the way. So final score was 1-0 to Villarreal. They do get the victory in the first leg of the Copa del Rey round of 32. We're not too bold if we got at this stage anyway, but there were still some positives to take, and that's something which I'm really encouraged by. But that would end today's episode in the Rayo Vallecano career mode, guys. So big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode, then please leave a like. Likes, of course, much appreciated, and it really helps the channel grow as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic Thursday. Let me know who you think is going to win tonight and meet Portugal in the final of Euro 2016 in the comments, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Rayo Vallecano career mode very soon.